So what would happen to the price of Bitcoin if one of the largest holders was forced to sell? That's the question many investors are asking right now. That's because Microstrategy stock is down over 55% from its highs. The company owns over $40 billion worth of the cryptocurrency. But there's a catch. The company has borrowed billions of dollars from investors in order to buy it. That's right. It's almost as if MicroStrategy has bought the Bitcoin with a credit card. So obviously one day the bill will come due. And if the price of Bitcoin continues to crash, the company might actually be forced to sell, but not so fast. The loans aren't like a credit card or a bank loan that you and I might get for a home or a car. They're actually convertible notes. So a convertible note is a loan that can turn into company shares or the stock of MicroStrategy. This would be like borrowing money from a friend with the option to pay him back maybe like in pizza slices rather than actual cash. In this case, the pizza slices are actually MicroStrategy stock. And this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Instead of having to pay back investors today, MicroStrategy actually doesn't have to pay back most investors until 2028. So think about it from your perspective. If you bought Bitcoin on a credit card that wasn't due until 2028, would you really be worried about the price of Bitcoin today? The answer is probably not. So this buys the company time while Bitcoin kind of goes through one of its normal sell-offs. But what happens if the price of Bitcoin really crashes, kind of like we've seen in the past? Even then, the likelihood of MicroStrategy ever actually having to sell is still really, really low. You might ask why. That is because CEO Michael Saylor actually holds over 45% of the voting power at MicroStrategy. That basically means it's almost impossible for the company to do something that he doesn't want to do. So what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? Honestly, it's probably due for a healthy size sell-off. Technically, if you look at the chart, looks like the darn thing wants to go even lower. That means the discussion around MicroStrategy being forced to sell some of its Bitcoin, that's only going to heat up and people are going to speculate. But just know that it's highly unlikely and Bitcoin will likely bounce back like it normally does.